Hi, hello.
Hi.
Is this Adrian?
Yes.
Hey, Adrian, this is Tom. Ty and Bryson. One of this call is going to be recorded and potentially uploaded to YouTube. How can I help?
All right. I didn't think this was gonna go through, but I just I don't know if you read the note that I left.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah. So I started an LLC, and I everybody keeps telling me I should hire a CPA, and then other people are telling me that for my needs right now I shouldn't. But I don't really know how to navigate the whole tax situation and starting an LLC.
What are you doing currently? Why are you starting this LLC for? Like, what business do you have?
So right now, it's more of like online sales, so eBay sales. But I was also trying to get into drop shipping. But
How much money are you making?
that that changes monthly. I mean, last month I made around like 8 to 10 grand. But then the month before that, I only made like 2 grand. So it all depends, honestly.
Net.
Hello?
How much money do you make net?
Oh, net?
Yeah.
I don't even know that information. 'Cause I
Yeah.
just
So,
started the LLC in February.
are you doing, for example, like you have a product, you put it on eBay, you sell it, or you're doing, for example, like I go on Amazon or go on Home Depot, I sell things on eBay. What are you doing?
So at the moment, I'm selling sports cards
Okay.
and sometimes Pokemon cards.
Okay.
And also at the same time, I sell clothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I sell clothing on other apps, but those apps, I don't have it connected to my business account. So I don't know if, come tax season, are they going to look at those other apps and my personal account?
Where are you getting your products from?
Mostly Target.
Okay, so you're doing like retail arbitrage, basically.
Yes. And I also have a large collection of sports cards that I've just been selling off slowly.
Okay, I understand. So it sounds like, how old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay. Okay. So it sounds like this, Adrian, right? You let me know if this sounds correct. My name is Adrian. I live in Brooklyn. I collected sports cards. Now I'm selling them, but at the same time, I'm trying to start a business when it comes to eBay. So I'm also going to to Target, buying things, selling them on eBay. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Now I'm guessing, for example, most of your profits are coming from, example, from the sports cards.
Yes.
Okay. So here's the thing. We can't base that on being a business, because in reality those are just, for example, your own things you had for a long time. Now, unless you're going to go out there, for example, and collect more sports cards and then go ahead and sell them, that's different. However, when it comes to, for example, the Target thing, usually Amazon is going to be usually like a better place than eBay for that stuff, like everyone else is doing it. Does that make sense?
Because I'm mostly just flipping, the boxes. That's what it is.
Which
So
boxes? What boxes?
so it depends on so like for basketball, there's a box called Prisms. Like
Oh, okay.
but
Hmm.
I'm just buying boxes. I have a little connection that I'm able to get boxes, and I sell them for almost double the profit.
Yeah, yeah. So it sounds like what I thought you were doing is basically retail arbitrage. That's not that much of retail arbitrage. In reality, you are buying a select few products, for example, just like this basketball thing, and then selling them, right?
Hmm.
Retail arbitrage, the one I meant, is basically when you search the whole store, the clearance section, and the sales section, you grab discount products and you sell them, for example, on Amazon for a retail price. Does that make sense?
Oh,
That's
okay,
what I thought
okay.
you were doing. Now, here is the big thing here. When it comes to taxes, you're probably going to have to pay sales tax, especially in New York, which is quarterly, and that's really annoying. On top of that, you have to worry about, hey, how much did this cost me? How much did I sell this for? What are the costs associated with this? Right?
Yeah.
So you have to know how much you're buying your products for, your inventory for, and how much is basically selling them for. You need this information. Now, for this, most likely, you can use QuickBooks, right?
Okay,
Now,
I've been using that.
okay. Here's the truth, right? You can use QuickBooks, or you can hire someone. Now, if you
Okay.
hire an accountant, the big thing is going to be bookkeeping. They're going to charge you somewhere around, for 100 transactions or 200 transactions, a little bit more, around $300 to $500 per month. The
Ooh.
taxes themselves are going to do, for example, maybe, depending on how complex it is, the accountant you actually get between $700 to $1,100 a year. Probably for your personal and also your business taxes. But in reality, because it's just you in this business, it should be a disregarded entity. So it should be taxed, for example, as a sole proprietorship. So in reality, you'll just file one tax return.
Okay. And so I also have one more issue. I don't really like talking about this, and I don't
Go
want
ahead,
to
man.
dive too into detail. I also have a side business, and
Is it legal?
Huh?
Is it legal?
Yeah, and I do have a lot of Zelle transactions and Venmo transactions, and it's almost at the point where, it could be a red flag. So at the end of the year, when they do evaluate my business account, I have Chase. So are they going to start asking me where's this income from, and are they going to ask me if?
Okay, here's the thing, right? We're from New York, right? So I think I know what you're doing, right? You have a
Yeah.
business and you have it off the books. Is this all right?
Yes.
Okay. I cannot give you illegal advice, but what I can tell you is what I've learned from other people, right? The best way to make money is usually going to be 100% legal, right? Now, the big thing is basically when it comes to this selling things and stuff like that, right? You probably could have done that without an LLC, really, but an LLC in reality is going to protect you, whatever. I get where you got it. Not a bad deal. If you're going to do it, for example, full time, great. Now, you're probably going to want to get in, for example, into more products and then retail arbitrage. That way you can always have a flow of inventory, because when you don't have a basketball thing going on, when do you sell? When your inventory runs out of like your sports cards, what are you going to do, right? So you want to probably get into retail arbitrage. Like look up, for example, how to do retail arbitrage with Amazon and so on. You'll find a lot of videos on that. Now, all the things you do with that when it comes to selling clothes, selling anything, put that through the whole LLC. Keep that separate from your personal Chase account. I'm guessing you also have a Chase business account?
Yes, I opened one up recently. Well,
Okay.
I mean, the same month I opened up the LLC.
Okay. Keep everything separate, right? Separate. Now, when you are going to pay yourself, you do, for example, owner withdrawal, that's fine. You can grab that money and send it over, for example, over to your account. That money you send over to your account is going to be taxed on basically self-employment tax. Keep that in mind. That's around 15.3%. So every time you take money out, take 15.3% and then put that money to the side. All right.
Okay.
But also, you gotta take around 30 to 40% on all the money you made from your business, the core money, and also take that aside for taxes too, because you'll have taxes on that. Okay, the federal taxes, the income taxes, and so on, right? But you're not gonna get taxed twice for the distributions. That's what I mean. Now, as far as, for example, Tommy, I have this business under the books, and I've had some of those too, by the way. When I was doing phone flipping and selling sneakers, I wasn't really filing taxes for those things, right? But if you are making serious money from this thing, right, and it is legal, like you're telling me, the answer is probably gonna be you want to make it a legal thing. Now, what are you selling? Is it legal or is it not legal? Just be honest.
It's not. So
Okay.
It's beyond sneakers and phone flipping. So I mean, technically, it's legal now. I'm not deep into the.
I know what you're selling, man.
But here's the thing.
Don't say anything else. Look.
But the reason I started the LLC was to try and separate and get out of all of this too. And I think I started. The reason I got into all of this, I think I started listening to the wrong YouTube gurus, a guy named Batman Kevo. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't done anything illegal with my credit, and I brought up my credit a lot significantly, and I also started watching a guy named Meet Kevin, and I bought one of his courses. So I'm learning the stocks and money course.
Mm-hmm.
So at the age of 30, I'm learning how to actually manage my money. So I'm trying to, move into this legal world, and
Okay.
so it's a little hard, especially with the tax part.
Yeah. Do you have, for example, any other form of income aside from like the selling your memorabilia, and for example,
Um,
like the one on the side selling the stuff?
so I do take care of my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that that's like maybe after taxes 1,400 a month.
So you live at home.
We live in the same building. I live on the first floor, and she lives on. I'm the super of the building,
Okay.
also. So she lives on the third floor, but I don't get paid for that. I just
Okay.
get a discount on my rent.
On your rent. Yeah, I get it. Now,
Yeah.
here's what I'm gonna advise you. Right. I'm not Batman Kevo. I'm not me Kevin, but
Yeah.
what I am, for example, someone that cares about you. Right. That's why I take these calls. Now, the idea is this. Okay. If what you want is financial freedom, you gotta do things the right way. Now, sometimes that means, for example, giving up something that's making you money because you know for a fact is not the right thing to do, unless you can figure out a way to basically get into it in a legal form, right? Because I'm seeing, for example, there's trucks that do that type of stuff now, what you're talking about, like in the city now. So if you can get a license, something like that, to actually do what you're doing, great. If you can't, then you gotta figure out like, hey, let me try very quickly, very fast to raise this business up, basically get it up there. Because the big risk is basically, it's not, for example, the big risk is not you getting caught. The big risk is basically you getting caught and then they're trying to backtrack you all the taxes that you haven't paid in years, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't pay taxes and they have like all the transactions from all those deals you be getting, right? That is a lot of money in taxes. That is a lot of penalties, a lot of interest, and also a lot of jail time if you can't pay, potentially, right?
The IRS. That's what scares me.
Yeah, man. So my advice would be, look, I would, when you have a business and you have to put money back into it to make it keep growing,
Yeah.
I would stop putting money back into it. I will start all the money it makes me, start taking it out little by little, just taking it all out, taking it all out, taking it all out, taking it all out. That money, for example, I'll put it, for example, aside in a savings accounts, right? Once I'm done with that business, great. I got all my money out. All right, I'm done there. Now, my main focus is on basically building this other business here and focus on, for example, I'm taking care of my mom, that's $1,400. But I'm also guessing, right? When you're taking care of your mom, let's be honest, right? Maybe don't be honest. Just maybe say maybe. Just say maybe, right? You're probably not there all the time, right? You can get away with going somewhere else and doing something else, right?
Ugh, I wish.
You can't? You have to be there?
No. I don't have to be there, but my mom makes me be there. So, well, we live in the same building, so whenever she needs something, it's like I'm on call. So I'm on call, basically.
Okay. Now, is your mom understandable or not understandable? There's a difference. So if you tell your mom, I'm working this job, I'm making like 4 hours or 8 hours a day, would she mind or would she not mind?
My mom would want a piece of the pie. That's the type of woman she is.
Yeah, I get it. Now she has no idea how big the pie is. I hate getting into this deceiving games, right? But sometimes you have your own moral, ethical boundaries, so you decide what you're gonna do here. But overall, if you're making money somewhere else, you let her know. Don't hide anything from her. Be like, yo, I'm making this money here. I can help you out a little bit more. That way, with this money else, I'm guessing she takes a little money from the money you get from her.
I give her around 300 a month.
Yeah, so she's not unreasonable, right? She's not unreasonable, lady.
And it's I don't know if you mind me getting personal, but
yeah, it's fine.
I grew up Section 8, so she still has that.
Yeah.
So her rent she's basically profiting off of this.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's why I don't mind this this deal. I take care of her, and
how old
I don't
is
mind
she?
doing shit. She's 1963. I think she's like 57.
Yeah. You guys get along?
Yeah.
I appreciate your mom, man. Take care of your mom, okay? If she wants $300, give her $300. If she wants $500, once you get your other job, give her the $500 total, right? That's fine. Be like, yo, mom, I wanna help you out a little bit more. I see how we are. I want to do this. Make it about her in a way, also, right? That way, she wants you to do it. I'm pretty sure your mom, either way, a part of her is gonna want her son to be better than what he is now currently, right?
Yeah.
Most likely. So I would probably, now I say this all because saying, for example, hey, if I have this business that's not illegal, and I have this one I'm trying to build, and I have, for example, the siding over my mom, what I want to do is basically get another job here, right? One that makes me maybe 4 hours or 8 hours. That way I can get more consistent income, plus my mom's income, plus the business income, right? And now I can just basically now say, hey, I can get rid of that business without feeling that bad about it anymore. Does that make sense?
Oh, that's what I was trying to do. You know how most people preach, if you're gonna start your own business, you should like phase out your old one. I guess that's what I was trying to do. That way, I wouldn't take a big hit.
Yeah, you gotta salvage it. So salvage it means, for example, in this definition, it means take all the money out. You're no longer in business. Refer somebody else.
Yeah.
And say, for example, I was not the person actually doing whatever I was doing. I just had a boss or whatever it is, right? You want to remove yourself completely from this business, okay? This is not legal advice, by the way. This is all like entertainment, by the way, just so you know. But this is what, yeah. So keep that in mind, right? So you might want to talk to a lawyer if you want to really do things like the right way. But like, I want to backtrack, pay all the taxes I haven't paid before. That's fine too. It's all the way that you want to do it, right? But what I would try to do is basically get rid of that business. It's not right to do. If it's not right to do, I don't want to take that risk. I want to go ahead and get a job to get my income up, and I want to learn more about retail arbitrage. Now, as far as, for example, my business plan when it comes to stocks and real estate, all this stuff, stocks in a way are very, if you're going to be a long-term investor, they're not going to be that liquid. A little illiquid they're going to be. Meaning, for example, when you put money into an index fund or whatever, you're not going to get wealthy overnight. That money has to stay there for a long time. So every time you grab money and you put it into that, it's going to be there for a long time, right? So the goal is, while you have all these... Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so the goal is, while you have all these jobs, the goal is focus on one thing. That one thing is basically getting a new skill to earn you more money. Once you have that new skill, right, now you have the power to earn, for example, 40, 50, 60K, right, without having to worry about anything. Well, now you have this power, this skill. Now, if you want to go ahead and invest money, it's more reasonable. Because if you're investing, for example, 10, 20% of your money, that's fine. You're saving up for your own property, that's fine. Great, right? You have more freedom with your income. You have any debt, by the way?
I've been chipping it down. It's credit card debt. It's barely anything.
How much do you owe?
Let me see. I think 1,900.
19. Anything else? Nothing else?
I do have a student loan. It got removed off my TransUnion. It's not my student loan. I co-signed for somebody when I was 21.
Wow.
And it's not on my TransUnion, but it's on my Experian. So I don't know how much that's affecting me right now either.
Why do you do that? Who do you do it for?
Back then, I didn't know anything about. All I knew is that I was getting a bunch of credit cards. I guess I had good credit back then. I just joined the military too, so like my credit was extremely well. And a friend asked me for a favor. Yeah. And you know, he did graduate, but he ended up becoming a personal trainer. Yeah. He was in computer science, so he's not even paying off the loan anymore. Yeah. Yeah. And I lost contact with him years ago.
Yeah. I mean, I would disappear too, you know. But you know, people like that, whatever's gonna come to them, you just leave it in God's hands, right? That's all it is. But you learn your lesson. That's all it is. You know what I mean?
An expensive lesson, but yeah.
Yeah, very expensive. How much did he have?
It was a $20,000 loan, and now it's at 31.
Yeah. I need to make a video about that. What if you co-sign a student loan? What happens?
Yeah, I try to do a lot of research on that, and you know, I've read that sometimes they can take you to court, but it's like a very sticky situation. I just wish, I feel like I was scammed because the co-signing for somebody, I should have knew it was a red flag when he told me his dad and his sister didn't want to co-sign for him. Yeah.
I mean, but you just want to be a good friend or whatever. And you probably didn't know the legality of it, saying like, I'm just going to co-sign, no problem. He's going to pay no problem, right?
And also, you know, we went to a private school in Brooklyn, and they skipped him a grade. So in my head, I thought, hey, he's a very responsible kid.
Yeah, no. But you learn your lesson. No matter how responsible somebody looks, you just don't help that way. If you wanna somebody asks you for money, you don't lend money. You just help them out with the money you got, and you call it a day. You probably give, you don't loan. So overall, man, I do want to say one thing here. As far as the debt, you want to erase it. The whole credit card debt. As far as the cosign debt, you want to find out exactly what happens with that. If it's more beneficial for you to go ahead and cut that out or not. I'm probably gonna make a video on that so I can give you some more information on that. As far as, for example, once you're done with paying off the debt, the answer is gonna be, for example, save for emergencies. In your case, not that much because basically you live in you're the super, you get discounted rent, you know the main expenses, right? So you're good to go on that. So just like 3 months or 6 months while you're also investing 10-20%. But again, your priority is going to be getting a new skill. New skill, new skill, new skill, new skill. What are you interested in?
Well, I was a mechanic in the military, but I didn't want to pursue that. Recently I've been thinking about maybe getting into coding by starting to build a website first and stuff like that. I would
Google has a free IT program. Look into it. There's a lot of companies that have, for example, programs that lead you into like the tech field for free. So look up about those programs. But if you do get into that, it's a very analytical thing. Look up something on YouTube about it and like how the whole process actually works and how people that actually work that actually do. But if you can do that, awesome. If it costs you money, awesome. Use your money for that expense right there. Your priority, right, is just to have some money saved up. You can pause investments you want to, because again, this right here is going to be a big investment also. You pay for that. Once you pay for that, once you graduate, you're making 50K, 60K, 70K. That gives you a whole new perspective. Once you make that much money, the answer is going to be, hey, I'm going to save this money. I'll keep investing 10% or 20%. I'm going to save 15% or 20% to go ahead and basically say, hey, for a down payment, for a 20% down payment for a house, once you buy this home, 15-year mortgage, you pay it off in full, and you're good to go. Once you don't own a house, right? Once you own a house completely, no mortgage, the answer is now your expenses are super low. So certificate income now becomes a lot of money. So you don't need that much passive income to come in to actually cover all your expenses. Now you have financial freedom. Once you have that, if you want to invest more, give more, or have more fun, it's just a lot more easier. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. As far as, for example, you going out there trading stocks, trying to value a stock, all this stuff, I don't recommend it right now. You know, Kevin is a great guy. He makes a lot of money from YouTube. He can stop his stocks, his real estate, and still make a lot of money. He has a good skill, so he can make a lot of money, right? Whether it's me, I have a good skill, I can make a lot of money also, right? But it all starts with a skill, if you notice, right?
And I also have this, you know, I'm not using all my resources, and I looked into becoming not a CPA, but I kind of wanted to go through school to see if I could stomach it, since the military pays for school. So I still have that resource that I haven't used.
Remember, sometimes it's not what you do, it's why you do it. Right?
Yeah.
And on top of that, my idea would be this, right? If you like this whole reselling thing, like I did, what I liked wasn't, for example, like selling things. What I liked was just interacting with people and helping people, right? So I could do that with YouTube. So if you like this reselling thing, right, pinpoint what about it you actually like. And if you can see, for example, a similarity between that and whatever career you want to get into, awesome, you can do that. But if what you want to do right now is say, hey, Tommy, I really like this, I want to give this a try, a full try, my full blessing, the answer is it's fine. If you want to, you can save money, you can buy a good course on retail arbitrage, or for example, just go on YouTube, find out how to do it, right? That was like free. And when you start off, right, retail arbitrage obviously requires you money to buy the things that you're going to buy, to then resell them on Amazon. Now, people often use a credit card to buy a lot of items, and if those items can't sell, they're stuck with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now they still owe the credit card bill. What I would want you to do is basically don't start with a lot of money, right? Just like $1,000, $2,000, that's it. You start it. If it picks up, it picks up. If it doesn't pick up, right? But you have that option. I would probably do both, by the way. Go to school. Is your mom going to be okay with you going to school?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you tell her, yo, I'm going to go to school, now she's not looking for money either because she knows, like, hey, this is just him going to school. But you're also taking a course on how to do the other thing so you can make money from that side. Now, when you go to school, you get the benefits. If you're going to do, for example, something in technology, great. Before you pick the career, research it on labor statistics. So once you find a good quality skill, it's going to give you, for example, a lot of income. Look for three things: something you like, you're good at, and it's going to pay you money. If you find that balance, it's going to challenge you also. If it challenges you, it'll keep you, for example, intact. When you first start college, the first 60 credits are going to be trash. It's just general education. You're going to have to stomach that. You already did that?
I have some college credits, yes.
Awesome. You can transfer a lot of those over, so you don't have to do the whole 4 years, right?
But I got accepted into a nursing program, and then
Awesome.
I dropped out of school.
You didn't like it?
I got scared.
Why?
I'm not gonna lie. I kept hearing stories about how competitive it was, and I was like, do I really want to do this? And then I just.
Let me tell you something, man. You are in the most competitive market ever when it comes to retail arbitrage. Everyone and their mom is trying to do that. You can't get scared by that stuff, man. It's just about you, okay?
Yeah.
Don't focus on me or Kevin or Big Bang Cavo, whatever his name is.
Stop focusing on him.
Don't focus on anybody, man. Focus on yourself. Your goal is to get better. If you want to do nursing again and you actually liked and enjoy it, and what scared you off is basically, oh, it's so competitive. People that don't want to try at anything just make up excuses when it comes to, don't do it, it's too hard. Go after it. It's 2 years, right? You get that, and that's like guaranteed money in the medical field right now, especially.
And when you say retail arbitrage,
Amazon retail arbitrage.
I feel like when I also was a personal trainer too, so I also could do that on the side.
Yeah, you can, but again, personal trainers don't make that much money. I want you to get a skill that's going to make you a good amount of money so you can invest, save for a down payment, pay that off, and have better quality of life. Although you get this whole super thing going on, I'm pretty sure you don't want to be living in that building for the rest of your life, right?
I've already been here 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been here all my life, but 10 years living.
You want to get the hell out of that, man. So the idea is you got to get a skill. And sometimes, again, when you're going to move from somewhere, you're going to give up so much. I'm giving up my benefits of being here. I'm giving up my mama's check. I'm giving up all this stuff, my business on the side. But guess what? You're going to have a lot more on the other side. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So you gotta be able to cut with the things that don't make sense for you and move on to something better. Okay?
Yeah.
So before I end this call here, I do want to summarize everything here, right? As far as the credit you owe, pay that off. Find out more about the student loan debt. As far as the business you have on the side, start cutting it out. Take all the money out, be done with it. As far as the other business on the side, your cash is gonna run low when you have a lack of inventory, or for example, you run out of your cars that you actually have. So you want to learn about retail arbitrage. As far as while you're doing that, what do you do? Most likely take advantage of your entire benefits as a veteran, basically, and go to college if that's what you want to do, or get a license in something that you're actually interested in, and then go out there and do that. Once you get that skill, you're 32, man. 2 years from now, 3 years from now, it could be a whole different story. You have like a skill, makes you 60K, 80K. Yeah, you're 30, right?
30. Oh, yeah. I think
you're 30. No, I'm telling you, in 2 years, you're 32, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
30 plus 2, yeah, right? So in 2 years, you're 32. In 3 years, you're 33. By that time, you have a good skill making yourself like $60,000 or $80,000 or $40,000. That's enough money to get yourself out of where you currently are right now, okay? While you're doing this, remember one thing: health, wealth, love, and happiness. I want you're a personal trainer, so I'm guessing you still work out or you stopped?
No, I still work out.
Awesome. When it comes to wealth, you're doing, for example, the side business, learn about retail arbitrage, and also, for example, doing school if you're going to do that, or a license, or a skill, or a course, whatever you want to do. When it comes to love, right? Are you in a relationship right now?
Yes.
How long?
I would say like hitting 3 years.
Awesome. You want to read a book? It's called Before You Save the Date. 21 questions. Yeah, before you save the date, 21 questions to help you marry with confidence. All right? And you also want to read another book. It's called The Sacred Search. Those two books right there are going to help you out a lot when it comes to saying, is this the right girl for me, or is this not the right girl for me? If she is, stop wasting time and get married. when it comes to happiness, right? And by the way, when you're trying to get married and so on, just make sure, like, just spend, for example, like 1 month's salary. That's all you need, right? Maybe less if all you have is less. It doesn't really matter. The size of the ring is not gonna make her love you more or anything like that. Okay.
Okay.
Number 4, happiness. Happiness to me is an action. So the more I do things that make me happy, the happier I get. Try to build your life around happy things that you actually enjoy doing. Okay. But it's not always gonna be happy. I love YouTube, but I don't like waking up at 3:30 every single morning, right? But it's a part of the game. That's the price I pay. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, brother. Now, by the way, these calls are free. If you want to call me in a few weeks from now and schedule another call, you can always call me, and I'll give you. I'll give you a call. Schedule a call, and I'll call you. Okay, this is a real thing. If you schedule it and it's there, I'll call you. Okay.
Okay. And just curious, I've watched a couple of videos on your
Yes.
channel, and then I saw that you were from New York, so that's what made me want to schedule the call. But
Yes.
do you offer courses? I haven't checked that.
No,
sorry.
I don't have a single course. I'm building one right now, but every single ounce of information I have, I will give it to you for free. Even the
All right.
course, for example, that I have, right, that's being built, it'll be paid for, right, but it's just convenience. If you want everything in one package, it's there. But if you ask me, I'll still tell you everything you need to know. I'm not looking to put a paywall between you and what you want in life. Okay.
I just always learned that knowledge costs money. So
That's not true. That's not true at all. Knowledge costs time, and it costs a lot of pain because you have to change the way you think. Because all the information you need is already out there. The thing is acquiring it. What does it require? It requires you going out there and spending the time going through all those topics. It's painful because basically once you have these ideas about how you think as a person, and you have to change all those things, it's painful to do those changes, right? And it's hard to do it. So that's why it's painful in a way. But it's rewarding because it gives you exactly what you want if you're willing to change. Okay?
all right, thank you so much.
All right. Remember, man, the price that you pay is not always the value for what you're getting. Okay, like just because something's on from because 1,000, I don't think costs, for example, $200 doesn't mean one is better. It's all about understanding what is actually in it. Okay, the actual value behind it. Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right, brother. See you next time, man, and have fun.
Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Bye.
All right, guys. So that right there was Adrian. And the whole idea is sometimes people just like go all over the place. There's no focus or whatever, okay? Living in Brooklyn. And by the way, one of the hardest things ever is having a business that makes you money and not knowing, like, hey, I can't report this stuff. It's not legal. Do I let it go, but it's making me money? The answer is just let it go. Be done with it, okay? You got lucky, you haven't been caught yet. So just be done with that side of your life. Use that money to basically go out there and learn more about retail arbitrage, whatever you actually want to do, and get a new skill, get more income. And once you have that skill now, right, now you can go ahead and say, hey, I'm gonna save up money, right? Well, pay off my debts, obviously, pay off your debts. And then I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna save up my money for emergencies. I'm gonna start investing money. I'm gonna save for a down payment. But again, it is so easy to be comfortable, especially in New York or any other state in America. You have food stamps. Yeah, by the way, people usually need this stuff. I understand that. I'm not saying that. You have food stamps. You have Section 8. You have I live in the building, so I get a discount. All these things, right? So it makes it very easy to stay in a low position. Oh, I don't want to make money because then they're going to find out and take away my benefits, right? But you got to rise above all those things, guys, okay? I like this call a lot. It's from Brooklyn. I'm part of New York also, so it always benefits me a lot learning about these things, okay? And one thing I learned is this, guys, okay? Legal money is 10 times easier to actually acquire than illegal money. You don't see any crazy billionaires on the Forbes list. Usually, it's just a lot of boring good people over there. Okay, that's the whole idea, right? So keep that in mind. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. If you want to join me on my next call, well, schedule a call down below. All calls are free, and I'll give you a call. On top of that, also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified. On top of that, I have other channels where I post every single day. Also, channels are linked down below. Go subscribe over there and comment down below. Ask Tommy because I want to know you came from this channel. Also follow me on Instagram, Bryson. And before I go, thanks for watching, and as always, peace.